Bonjour YouTube, welcome back with another video. In today's video, we're going to answer the question, is Citlali too old? That might be a weird question to ask, and considering she's 200 years old, she might be too old. Granny Citlali is getting old, but I was mainly talking about, is she getting old in terms of meta? I know people still recommend Citlali a lot. She's very good with a decent amount of characters, especially Pyro DPSs and Neuvillette. But considering Nutcry is coming soon, Inify just released, a lot of things are going to change in the meta in the future of Genshin Impact. And I think it's fair to ask if she's going to remain at the top of the support tier list for a long time. And I think there are arguments to say that she's not as important as she used to be anymore, especially if you're starting a new account or something like that and you don't have Mawika or Arlecchino. She's not going to be that crazy in general. So yeah, I think this video can be helpful for people who are still wondering if they should pull for Citlali or not. And yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so first argument for Citlali is that she is definitely the best cryo support for Pyro DPSs. So if we talk about Mawika, she's going to be incredible with Mawika, of course. She's going to be great with Arlecchino as well. Where's my Arlecchino? She's great with Arlecchino, of course. Like Arlecchino melt with Citlali is insane. She's great with Neuvillette. If you play with like Farina, you can do Farina, Citlali, Kazuha, or Shironen. You can do Citlali Escoffier or Citlali Kazuha or something like that. So she's still very good with some of the best DPSs that we have in the game at the moment. On top of that, secondly, she's also really F2P friendly to build. In terms of weapons, she has a lot of options, so you can give her, I mean, arguably her best option for Pyro DPSs is going to be Threading Tails of Dragon Slayer. Gives a lot of attack for your Arlecchino or your Mawika. You don't really need her signature weapon. She can also use just Sacrificial Fragment to refresh the shield, get more energy particles. So it is overall pretty easy to build her, and she doesn't need a whole lot of investment. In terms of artifacts, she's really easy to build as well. You just need EM main stat if you want a stronger shield, but it's not even her main goal. Her main goal is to have her burst to apply as much cryo as possible and stuff like that. So getting enough energy is basically your priority. So you just need some energy in your substats. You can go Yarsen's even, EM Goblet, EM Circlet if you want stronger shield. But realistically, her stats don't matter. She still has solid damage if you're able to melt her burst. But overall, she's not really like super demanding in terms of stats. As long as you have a decent amount of energy, that's all you really need. And then after that, on top of it, if you get C1 or C2, C2 is insane. C1 is pretty nice as well, but C2 is like really huge as well. Yeah, like you gain 250 EM on your team, and you shred the pyro and hydro resistance of the enemies by an extra 20%. So it is really insane constellation. And yeah, if you get C1, C2, like this is huge. And in terms of talents, the burst doesn't even need to be leveled up, so you can just get level 10 on the shield to get a bit stronger shield. It can go up quite a bit, and then yeah, that's basically it. So overall, really easy to build, really easy to, like, doesn't require a lot of resources to invest, and is basically the best support for melt DPS and for some hydro DPS like Neuvillette. I mean, she's not necessarily the best for Neuvillette, but she's really good for Neuvillette. But now that we got that out of the way, that's only 3 characters, right? That's Mawika, Arlecchino, Neuvillette. You could say you can play her with Gaming Melt. You can play her with you can kind of do like Hutao, Klee, or stuff like that, but it's not really like insane with those. And for hydro characters, like you can do a little bit with, like, you can't even play her with Mwalani, with Ayato. Ayato is kind of a bit outdated at the moment. You can do some sort of freeze team with like Yelan or something like that. Yelan, Farina, Citlali, and then like Escoffier, for example, is still gonna be pretty good team. You're gonna have a lot of damage, and the Hydro Rest Rate is gonna be nice. But other than that, yeah, there's not a lot of characters where she actually is crazy good with. When you look at that and that you see there's only like very few characters where she actually works well with, of course, they are the best character. Alekino, Mawika, Navi are top 5 or top DPS of the game. So of course she works with the best DPSs in the game. But after that, like if you don't have Mawika, if you don't have Alekino yet, if you don't have Neuvillette either, like she doesn't really work with a lot of characters. And in the future, if we look at the Noctry characters that have been announced, there is potential for her to be even strong, like even better in the future. We've seen some Pyro characters. We got Alice, we got Durin. We've seen, did we see some Hydro characters? I don't think we saw some Hydro characters. I do not remember on the top of my head right now. But wait, let me check. Yeah, so we've seen Aino in the last Inefa trailer. Aino is Hydro as a Hydro Vision, if I'm correct. I'll put it on the screen if I confirm it. And then maybe Columbina could be Hydro, I guess. So there's at least like 2 Pyro characters for sure, and then maybe and 1 Hydro character for sure. For the other ones, I don't know. I don't look at leaks, and I don't want leak discussion in the comment section, please. But yeah, so like in the future, she might work with some of the characters. So if you play Melt or if she works with the Hydro characters that we get, maybe. But realistically, in Noctry, we're probably gonna have the Noctry characters will probably synergize better between each other with the new reactions and stuff like that. So, like my opinion is that Citlali is not as great and as valuable as people may say. He's great with the Pyro DPSs that we have at the moment. But if you don't have them, or even if you just have Mawika, but you already have Shilonen, Kazuha, or stuff like that, she's not really like mandatory. She's nice, and she's definitely gonna help with those characters. But I would say overall, like I would probably just save for Noctry. If you're a Flynn's enjoyer, I don't look at leaks. I promise you. Okay, I don't look at leaks, but I feel like Inefa is gonna be an Emily situation where she's gonna work with a future Electro character, like the way Emily worked with a future Dendro character. So Inefa might work with Flynn's. So if you're a Flynn's enjoyer, you probably want to pull Inefa, or at least try to get Inefa, or save for her rerun potentially. But we've seen that Emily rerun literally arrived like at the end of Natlan. So if you're planning to get Inefa, it's probably now or never, because getting Emily now is not really useful anymore that much. So yeah, I mean, my opinion on Citlali is that now she's not really as valuable as she used to be, because I mean, she's never really been that valuable in the first place, in my opinion, because she doesn't work with that many characters technically. She's still nice, and she's still a very, very good support. Of course, I'm not denying that at all. I hope it was clear. But I think in Noctry you will have way more characters that should take priority probably over Citlali, and that yeah, if you don't have Mawika, or if you already have good supports from Mawika, Citlali is not gonna be really necessary. It's probably not the best option for you to pull. With that said, let me know what you thought about this opinion video. Let me know if you're gonna pull for Citlali. Let me know who you're saving for, who you're excited for in Noctry. And yeah, feel free to like and subscribe. Don't forget to comment. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.